What are the chances of a lost pet finding its way home after months of being gone? This is the incredible story of Charlie, a vibrant green parrot who defied all odds and embarked on an unbelievable journey back to the family that loved him. The Martinez family had always loved animals, but their most cherished pet was Charlie, an African gray parrot with a feisty attitude and a vocabulary that could make anyone laugh. He had been a part of their family for nearly 5 years, filling their home with endless chatter, whistling, and even the occasional cheeky insult he had picked up from TV shows. Charlie was more than just a pet. He was family. Every morning, he greeted Mr. Martinez with a cheerful, "Good morning, amigo." And every night he perched on little Sophia's shoulder as she read him bedtime stories. He had a special bond with everyone in the household, and they couldn't imagine life without him. But one fateful afternoon, disaster struck. The Martinez family had left the back door open while bringing in groceries, and in a fleeting moment of excitement, Charlie took off. He spread his wings and soared into the sky, exhilarated by the sudden freedom. But as he climbed higher, a strong gust of wind swept him away, carrying him far beyond the neighborhood he knew so well. By the time the family realized what had happened, Charlie was gone. Sophia cried for days, devastated by the loss of her feathered friend. The family posted flyers, asked neighbors, and even put up social media posts. But as days turned into weeks, hope began to fade. The thought of Charlie alone and scared somewhere in the vast city was unbearable. Little did they know, Charlie was on an adventure of his own. Charlie's journey was not an easy one. Used to the comfort of his home, he now had to fend for himself in an unfamiliar world. He found refuge in trees, hopping from branch to branch, watching cars whiz by and people hustle through their daily routines. Hunger gnawed at him, and he scavenged whatever scraps he could find. One day, Charlie landed in a park where an elderly man, Mr. Dawson, sat feeding pigeons. The moment Charlie spotted the breadcrumbs, he swooped down, landing beside the flock. Mr. Dawson chuckled, amused by the sight of a parrot among pigeons. "Well, you're not like the rest of them, are you?" To his astonishment, Charlie tilted his head and blurted, "Where's Sophia?" Mr. Dawson blinked in shock. A talking parrot. He reached out cautiously, and to his surprise, Charlie hopped onto his arm. It was clear this bird belonged to someone. But who? Over the next few weeks, Mr. Dawson cared for Charlie, teaching him new phrases and sharing quiet afternoons on his porch. But every so often, Charlie would repeat, "Sophia, home," with a longing in his voice. Mr. Dawson knew then Charlie needed to find his family. One morning, as Mr. Dawson was reading the newspaper, Charlie suddenly let out an excited squawk and flew off his perch. The old man turned just in time to see the parrot take off, heading toward the city. Something in Charlie's instincts had awakened. He recognized a familiar sight in the distance. It was the park near his home. Charlie soared over rooftops, dodging buildings and telephone wires, his little heart pounding with determination. As he neared the Martinez neighborhood, memories flooded back. The smell of Mrs. Martinez's cooking, the sound of Mr. Martinez's deep laugh, the warmth of Sophia's hands cradling him. And then, there it was, his home. Charlie let out a loud, excited squawk and landed on the front porch, frantically pecking at the door. Inside, Sophia was sitting quietly, still missing her beloved friend. When she heard the tapping, she frowned. Could it be? She rushed to the door, flung it open and gasped, "Charlie?" The parrot flapped his wings wildly, hopping onto her shoulder, nuzzling her cheek. Tears streamed down Sophia's face as she hugged him gently. "You came back. You found us." The entire family gathered around, unable to believe their eyes. Charlie was thinner, his feathers slightly ruffled, but he was alive, and he was home. As the weeks passed, Charlie slowly regained his strength, falling back into his old routines, whistling in the mornings, mimicking the television, and reminding everyone just how smart he was. But there was one new thing he had learned from his time away. Every night before Sophia went to bed, Charlie would softly say, "I'm home." And he was. No matter how far we may go, home is always in our hearts. And sometimes, love has a way of guiding us back where we belong.